So you want to sell some cards on eBay and you're unsure what is the best way to do it. So there's a couple ways to go around this. And first I'm going to start out with these cards right here. I think I got 122 of them. And these are kind of anywhere from 50 cents to under $30 cards. So what I typically do, I think is the best for these type of cards is to sell these in a lot, because I don't want to make 122 eBay listings and have to ship out 122 packages. I'll probably make a little bit more money doing that, but I think the time involved in that is really going to negate the extra little bit of money I make from that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how I go through and sort these, and I'm going to tell you how I get the prices of them. There's a couple ways to do it. Whatever works best for you. And when you're dealing with 100 some cards here, it's going to take a little while. Which brings us to step number 1, organize your cards. Now these modern sets in the Scarlet Violet era all have a notation here with the letters telling you what set it's in. This is Obsidian Flames. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to take your cards and sort them into all the different sets. This is going to speed the next step along exponentially, guys. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on the laptop here. You can also use your phone with the TCG Player app and scan every card individually. But I ran into a lot of problems with that, with the card not being recognized or it showing me the completely wrong card. So to save time, I just get the laptop out. I go to the set and I'll type in Obsidian Flames, and I'll just go and I'll type in Palmot. Okay, I'll write down the market price. Pidgey, mark down the market price. I'll just go through that way. Honestly, it's kind of a slow start, but once you get rolling in it, you get pretty good at it, and you can knock these 100 cards out in no time. Now the next step is to get really, really good, high quality photos of them. Now I use my phone holder, try to get some aerial views, and I'll probably put maybe 15 cards per page, because I kind of want everybody to see all the cards individually without making 122 photos. So splitting it up into 10 or 15, depending on how many cards you are selling at one time, it's really going to help the eBay buyer sort through what you have and kind of do their own math in their head right there. Next step is making a title for your listing. You want something that's going to get people's attention, okay? And I think, in my experience, one of the best things to do is to start it out with Pokemon card lot. And you can put lot of 122 cards. And what you're going to do is you're going to go through all the settings on eBay, and you're going to be picking out what sets they're from. You try to give them as much information as you can in the description, guys. All right, and tell them all, and like I'll put notations in there. I'll kind of let the AI kind of make a little script, and then I'll kind of go through and change it if I want to. And I tell them, I'm honest with them in the description, that we are a Pokemon pack opening YouTube channel, and these are just all of our extra hits. So they're immediately sleeved up and stored away, never played with. I know they're used because they're open, but their condition is packed fresh. So next, pricing, guys. How are you going to price these cards? So I got these 122 cards here. I got all the TCG Player market price right here. And add them all up is $317.14. Now keep in mind, nobody in their right mind is really going to pay for that. This is a kind of specific item that only if certain people are going to be interested in. So you really need to find that niche of people, and it's typically card store owners and stuff like that. And they're trying to sell these and make a profit on them. So they don't want to spend TCG market price and then pay for shipping and everything, and turn around and sell them for TCG market price. So maybe you might find a collector that's really into these sets and they need a lot of cards in here. They don't need them all, but they're willing to just purchase the whole lot. I've had people ask me to break up the lots and stuff, my listings, and I typically don't do that. Usually once I list one, I'll keep it there. So what I'll do is I'll start, remember, eBay is going to take 13% off the top. So whatever number you have here, plus any kind of advertising premium that you add on to it, you can add 5, 10, 15% onto that, and eBay is going to show your ad to, it's going to show your lot of cards to more people. But I typically don't really do that unless I have something that's not really selling. So what I'll do is I'll kind of start at 90%, and a week or two goes by and I'll drop it down to 80%. And by then I have a lot of watchers and stuff. Then I can kind of single them out and say, hey, $250 or something like that. And typically that works. But then you come to another thing. We kind of get into, and this works well for these cards right here, but when you get into like the higher rarity of cards and stuff like that, we're talking SIRs. We're talking cards that are anywhere from 50 to 100 to $200. I typically will sell these cards individually or maybe group a couple together, because I don't, you don't really get a whole lot of these cards as you're pulling, so you don't have 122 of them to go through. So I honestly don't really sell these on eBay. I typically sell them locally or trade them. That's just the way I kind of like to do it. I like to kind of hold on to the more valuable cards in the set. Like I pulled a lot of these Charizard from 151, and I've used those as trade value into getting other cards that I want. So that's typically what I do with the kind of higher end of the cards. So guys, I really hope this helps you. Like I said, we open a lot of packs here, so every month or two we have literally a stack of this, and I throw them up, and it really helps having a history with eBay too. Like if you sold a lot of stuff on there, having that 100% positive feedback rating and stuff like that, it really helps buyers really look into that kind of stuff. So hopefully this helps you out. And if you got any questions, leave them in the comments. If you have a better way to do it, please put it in the comments. You might help me out too. So this is currently the setup that I use because, I want to do another PSA submission, and I kind of want to use these cards right here to fund that submission. Take the cards I don't want and help grow my collection with the cards I do want to keep by getting them graded, and then just increase the value of our overall collection, because these don't really do much for us. These are cards, I have all these cards because we build binders up. So these are like multiples, we have multiple Pidgeys. We have, sometimes you just pull 5 or 6 of the same card and I don't really want them. Another thing you can do with these is trade value. Take them down to your local card shop. They're typically only going to give you about 50%, maybe 60 if you're lucky, of what your cards are worth. So it really depends on what you want to do with them and what you're comfortable losing on the value of this lot. So I would expect to go into a local card shop and them to give me maybe $160 worth of trade credit or store credit or cash for these cards right here. So they might not want all the cards either too. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you guys in the future. We have some big bangers coming up in the future. We got a new set coming out. We can't wait to start ripping into all these new sets coming out over the next 6 months. It's going to be great. See you guys later.